Now, if you follow my Twitter, you'll know that I've been working on a little project since January regarding trying to turn my own old, broken Macintosh SE into a fully working new computer. I had a spare Mac Mini. I know not everybody has, but I had a spare Mac Mini lying around. It wasn't being used for much, and I'd heard that they fit perfectly inside. So I took it upon myself to gut the Macintosh SE and put on the insides a Mac Mini. And the Mac Mini is running the newest operating system, Ventura, as you can see here. And I've been asked by many people just to, put a little video about how this thing actually works. So the first thing to know about this this version of macOS is that it's running on a Mac Mini that doesn't support it. This is the late 2014. Now, there's no reason this machine shouldn't support it. Nothing can go wrong with this. Everything apparently works fine. So I've used Open Legacy Patcher to install the latest version of the operating system, which is Ventura, onto the machine. And it works fine. It's great. It runs in 800/600 resolution because it's just a small screen, but most things work brilliantly. Most things work perfectly fine. It's a 4:3 resolution screen, and I'm only really using it because it's a small machine for, as you see here, these applications. So I'm using it for my messages, FaceTime, although I haven't got a camera on here yet. As soon as the camera's added, then it'll work. Slack. That's mainly for work. I use that for work and personal meetup groups. WhatsApp, obviously, for obvious reasons. Messenger. And Twitter there. So, I mean, all these work really nicely. Let me go to my profile. So, there's my Twitter profile. It works really nicely. And, when it's sat on my desk next to my working PC, it means I can just quickly flick to that to have a look at my Twitter or reply to any of my messages. So, there's quite a few apps on here. I'd say they all work really, really quite nicely. It's just a Mac Mini, which, is fantastic because there's nothing you can't run. It's still a very fast machine. And because of that, and because of the 4:3 nature of the screen itself, we've got things like my love of retro gaming. This is just an ideal machine. So if you look at something like Antstream, which is a really, really, really good retro gaming platform, streams games, so we don't need to download them. So it just works perfectly. Let me just see if I can pick up let's have a look at our type, for instance. So I don't play it quickly, but really gorgeous. Plays really, really well, as you can see. And it's 4:3, so it's native screen resolution, so to speak. It's just what more can I say? I love this little thing. I love Antstream. Works lovely. Okay. So Antstream works brilliantly. Not only that, there's so many emulators for macOS, including one of my favourite, which is Retro Virtual Machine, because one great thing about this emulator is it allows me to play my Amstrad C64 I do have a real one of these, but it's a bit of a faff. Oops. So Let's restart this thing. Power off. Power it back on. Okay, so 10. Print. Hello from Yorkshire. Seki. 20. Go to 10. Run. What do I want? What more do I want? Such a great emulator. Also emulates Spectrums. Obviously, there's a Commodore 64 emulator. So many emulators for the Amstrad, for the Macintosh, for the macOS, which will work brilliantly on this machine. I love it. The whole idea of having this fully working Mac in the Macintosh form factor is just. It's just fun. It brings my Mac Mini to life in a way that I didn't expect I would ever have it played again. I thought it'd sit in a corner, probably gather dust, no one ever use it. But actually, especially for the 4:3 nature of the screen, it works brilliantly for the stuff that I like, which retro gaming, messaging. I can do web browsing on here. Why? I don't know really. AW600. I can test my website, site built, of course. But essentially, it's just such a fantastic machine to play with, and just to have on the desk, and it takes up so little space. There are other things I could do with it. I was thinking about having a file server, but I already have my own file server. I have a 4 terabyte file server in the corner, which I keeps all our backups and everything running. I don't really need this to be a file server. It could be lots of other things as well, but right now it's my messaging machine and it's my my retro gaming machine. Really love it, really love it. And anybody who's thinking of doing this, it's not hard. Taking it to actually gutting the machine is the hardest bit. Mac Mini just sits inside. You get the right screen, strap it on the front. Looks amazing. The whole thing looks absolutely amazing. What more can I say? You should try it yourself.